Okay, good afternoon 3A7. If you are watching this video, it means that I am not around and that some teacher is showing this to you. Alright, let's get started. As usual, this is a maths lesson, so I will require your 3B textbooks, your notebook, and obviously your calculator and your pencil box. Alright, so if you haven't gotten them out yet, whoever the teacher is, could you just pause this video for a while and wait for 3A7 to get their materials out. Alright, I told the class yesterday to bring the 3B textbooks, but if some of you have forgotten to bring them, please share with a partner and bring your 3B textbooks from now on. Alright, okay. Today we are beginning the first topic in your 3B textbook. The title is called trigonometric ratios, and as the name implies, it has to do with ratios of triangles. Alright, for exercise 7.1, we will only be dealing with right angled triangles. Alright, the topic trigonometric ratios has another name. Okay, teachers usually call this by the name Tua Caso. Okay, and it's something very useful to remember because the ordering of the letters will tell you how to get the ratios. Alright, and in Hokkien this means the big-footed woman. Tua means big, ka means foot, and so means a woman or lady in Hokkien. Alright, so these are useful, and later on I'll begin to show you exactly what Tua Caso is. Alright, but if you look at your calculator right now, you will see tangent these three buttons called tan, cos, and sine. Alright, so here's how the mnemonic works. Tua stands for the tangent. Okay, and whenever we say the tangent, right, there always has to be an accompanying angle. Okay, so this is the symbol for angle, like how we use XY algebra. So TOA, so it means that the tangent, okay, is calculated by the opposite side of a right angled triangle over the adjacent side. Okay, we use we use op and at ADJ for short. Alright, and likewise, ka means that the cosine, when we calculate the cosine of an cosine, okay, remember the cosine is basically a ratio. Alright, so this is what we punch in, cosine, and this theta stands for whatever angle we are talking about is equal to the adjacent. Okay, remember all of these are ratios, so they are something over another, over the hypotenuse. Alright, okay, and lastly, let's just do sine for completeness sake. Okay, O would stand for the, okay, can you guess what it is? Okay, if you guess opposite, you guessed correctly. Okay, I love this font, it's so nice. Alright, so here we have the setup. These are the things that you need to memorize. Okay, and now there are three different sides of a triangle here: opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. Okay, so those three are the sides. Now I'm going to type a very important statement. Okay, all these refer to right angled triangles. So, okay, look at this here: the adjacent side and the opposite side, okay, of red. Okay, red being right angled triangle, depend on, okay, depend on, alright, where the angle in question is. Okay, this is a very important statement. Okay, and I will show you what I mean shortly. Okay, in other words, you can always find out where the hypotenuse is. It's always the longest side of a right angled triangle. Alright, but where exactly the adjacent and hypotenuse are is totally dependent on where I put my theta angle. Okay, okay, so now let's draw a right angled triangle. Okay, so remember, Tua Caso all have to do with right angled triangles. Okay. Okay, so let's just draw a right angled triangle here. No, that's not very right angle. Okay, so we have a right angled triangle. So the thing is that we can always label the hypotenuse as over here because, okay, wait, this is the right angle. So remember, the side that is opposite from the angle, okay, is always the longest, and we call it the hypotenuse. So remember, we are talking about right angled triangle, so we can always identify where the hypotenuse is. Okay, so if I ask you now, where is the adjacent side? Where is the opposite side? It is an unfair question. Why is it unfair? Because I haven't labeled the angle yet. So let's say if I label this the angle theta, which I want to find, adjacent means that the side is touching the angle. So let's say if the theta is here, this will be the adjacent side. Okay, and of course the last side will be the opposite side. Remember, this is very important. Students often lose marks because of this. Alright? So in this case, because I have labeled this angle theta, that's why you have this side, the adjacent, and this side, the opposite. Okay, now let's see what happens when I do it the other way around. But let's say I label this side the angle in question and I call it theta. Alright? Then if this is theta, in this case, this side would be the adjacent side because it's the side that's touching the angle, and the other side would be the opposite. Okay, now you've gotten the basics. We will go on to solving questions. Okay, alright, so now please open up your textbooks and turn to exercise 7.1. Okay, turn to exercise 7.1. Okay, you may pause this video for a while. Okay, we need time to turn there. Okay, and of course have your calculators on standby. Alright, so for question 1a in exercise 7.1, they say find the value of x in each of the following diagrams. Okay, so now let's, alright, okay, I know this might be difficult for some of you, especially if you didn't listen carefully very last year, but we are starting from scratch. Alright, so do your best to keep up. Okay. Okay, so now let's talk about question 1a. Okay, so I've got my right angled triangle here. Okay, and of course this is the right angle. Alright, they want you to find the value of x in each of the following diagrams. Okay, so x is here. I have 28 degrees. Okay, and here is 10. Okay, so this is what we do. So if you are wondering what trigonometric ratios to use, let's see what we have here. Okay, so we've got an angle here, and we've got this side. Okay, x, you can tell this side which has the unknown x, it's actually the what side? Okay, because it is right next to this angle, it's the adjacent side, and we have the hypotenuse. So we've got a and h. What are we going to use? That's right, we're going to use CAR. Okay, so CAR stands for cos. Okay, so all these questions, once you get the hang of it, they are just 1 or 2 lines of working. Cos 28, okay, is equal to, alright, the opposite over the hypotenuse. No. CAR, adjacent over the hypotenuse. Sorry, not opposite. Cos is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So the adjacent is an unknown, x. Okay, and of course it is 10. So think about it. Now how do I find the value of x? Okay, I'm so glad I'm using a computer now with lots of different colors for me to play with. Okay, let's pick green. So, okay, once you write out this statement, we are on our way to finding x, okay? Given that, of course, you have a calculator to calculate what cos 28 is. So now, I will actually multiply 10 on both sides. Okay, and when this happens, okay, on the right-hand side, this and this cancels out. Okay, so now I'll rewrite my equation as x equals to 10 cos 28. So it's 10 times cos 28. Once you punch in your calculator, you should get a value of x. Okay? And remember, this might not be an exact answer. So for x, right, like what we have in the exam, I expect you to round it off to one decimal place. Okay? Oh no, no, sorry. I expect you to round off to three significant figures. What is the rule that we say for exams? Exams, if it is a not an angle, right? Three significant figures. If it's an angle, one decimal place. Alright? So for x, okay, you press your calculator, three decimal figures, it should be x equals to 8.83. Okay. Okay, and then now we have done the first question. Alright, so I'll go through a few more examples before I get you to try the rest of this in your notebook. Okay, any questions? Okay, actually, I'm just kidding. I can't answer your questions. Okay, so it's about 11 minutes. I'm gonna stop right now. Okay, right now it's Wednesday 9 o'clock. Okay, I'm at home, so I'm gonna stop this video. I'm gonna review, and then if you're hearing this, it probably means that I thought this video was okay, and then I'll just record part 2. Okay, so after this, I'm anticipating that there should be a part 2 somewhere, so whoever the substitute teacher is, play part 2 after this. Okay, so